with me.
Listen to me, you whining little whelp.
From the Gettysburg Tour Studio.
Hi, this is Bo Brinkman.
All the DJs say this one's on its way. Number one.
You think I have something done with science?
Shut up.
You're listening to From Studio 1A.
The popular podcast addressing Gettysburg.
Yes, sir.
Grabbed and pulled and hurt my neck.
Addressing Gettysburg today.
There's no time. Hello, exactly.
I got to reenact it because I like the book. Un gato grande en los pantalones.
All right. Sorry, I just had to make sure I had everything set there. Hi,
Hey.
everybody.
Hey,
What's going on?
move your mic like 5 inches left or right.
How's that?
Oh, that's
Much
still-
better?
No.
No.
There we go.
I appreciate you wanting the world to see my beautiful face, but
Oh, you know
believe me,
what?
they're not asking for it.
I
Guess
do what I
who's
can.
back? Back again, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie Ronstadt is back. Welcome, Ronnie.
Thank you. Missed you, boys.
Oh, have we missed you? Have we missed you? Let me tell you.
Your nose is growing.
Is it? No, it's not.
Oh, that's not your nose?
No, that was a booger.
Oh, okay.
So, how are you? You went and saw one of one of the great friends of the show, and also from the movie Gettysburg, Jeff Daniels. You went and
Yes.
saw him. Of course, he's not a friend of the show. He would never
Not yet.
come on.
He just doesn't know it yet.
He won't come on. But you, are you okay there? What's
yeah,
wrong?
I'm
What's
not,
wrong?
I thought it was loud. Now I think it's
And now
too
it's quiet. Yeah. So you want it up a little bit there? How's that? Is
That's
that
good.
better for
Yeah,
you? Okay.
I guess I am deaf.
So yeah, well, this show will make you deaf for sure. By the way, before we get into that though, did you see the book there for you?
Yes.
And what
thank
does the
you.
inscription say?
It's really sweet.
What does it say? Read it to us.
To Michael Lentz. It says to Vicky, and then that's scratched out.
Yeah, I can't make out the other word there.
Actually, I don't know what that says right in front.
It says to Mike, then that's scratched
Yeah,
out.
that's scratched out.
And
Then it says something Vicky.
Yeah.
That's scratched out. Veronica with a smiley face. With warmest regards, Carolyn Gianni.
Yes, we
So,
had.
very cool.
It's Janie.
Janie.
Janie, yes.
Oh, no.
We went through this on the show, and yeah, you got to be very careful with that. Yeah, Caroline Janie was on the other
I'm
day.
gonna pull a Tim Smith. I don't think she knows how to say her name.
That's what I told her. And
That
she
looks
said,
like
"No,
Janie."
that's the way it goes." And I said, "That's not true. That's not correct. It should only be one N."
Yeah.
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 Because there's
Hard A,
that woman that
Janie.
was on
Yeah.
West Wing.
Yeah.
Allison Janney
Allison Jane. There we go.
is she spells it that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. So please.
All right.
But anyway, she was
But
great.
that was- I
You're
bet,
gonna love
I
this when she comes out, ladies and gentlemen. She was a fantastic interview. We did an interview about her book, Ends of War, which if you haven't gotten a hold of this, get a hold of it ahora, because it is really good, really good. Has nothing to do with Gettysburg, but every once in a while we like to cleanse the palate, if you will, and give you something that has nothing to do with Gettysburg over on patreon.com, because your education is our first priority. And that's one of the perks for being a patron.
Still Civil War, obviously Civil War related. Yeah.
And a lot of the guys that were at Appomattox were at Gettysburg.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know. Anyway, so yes, you go to see To Kill a Mockingbird with starring Jeff Daniels, and he plays Boo Radley.
Right? Yeah.
Does he?
No.
Atticus Finch.
Yeah,
he plays.
he does,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Really well. I will add, very well.
Oh, well, of course, he's great.
Yeah, and I apologize. I should have actually wrote it down. There, the woman that plays Scout actually got a Tony for. So this has been
It was
out
a
for,
woman, not a little girl. Isn't Scott a
It's
little
woman,
girl?
Yeah, but this is a full-blown woman with kids of her own. Awesome lady, actress, has been awarded other awards for different productions, but she is fantastic. And actually, as a little aside, she was kind enough to come out. Mom and I kind of stood in a little alleyway, like where we thought the actors and actresses might be coming out.
Oh, man.
And Jeff Daniels, sure enough, came out, but then pretty much hugged the wall with a security guard and like bolted to his car.
That Jeff.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You know?
But in fairness, so I will say this, the actor, I think his name is Brower, Braugher, that played Tom Robinson. It was his Broadway debut. And I was telling the folks outside before we got started, I think, you remember your first job, right?
Yeah.
And you want to do everything by the book, follow every T, dot every I, that kind of thing. And we approached him because he was outside, and we said, you were awesome. Like, could we get a picture? And he goes, my contract says because of COVID, like, we're not supposed to be, interacting with the fans. So, but he was kind enough to like step back and let me just take a picture of him.
Okay.
So maybe to Daniel's defense, that's
He
why.
had and
because one of our listeners actually did, when I posted on Facebook, they did say that he was kind enough to sign a Blu-ray of the Gettysburg movie when they went to see it, I guess last year before pre-COVID.
Before they had that, yeah.
So I don't fault him. I get it.
Okay, all right, but it was good though. You had a good time in New York.
It was,
Kat, you didn't lose Kath, right?
New York glow, is that a thing? I don't know.
New York, it's called grime.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
There's something about honestly.
You're covered in New York grime. Yeah. Where else did you go? Did you go to the Intrepid, like I said?
We drove by it. So honestly, we got there Monday night, right? Like I had court. We drove up Monday night, stayed Monday night. The show was Tuesday, so we putzed around all day, like Tuesday, just kind of doing sightseeing kind of things. And then Wednesday we checked out and we spent a little bit more time and then left. So we didn't get a lot of time. We did drive past the what is it? Trinity Place where Hamilton's buried, and that the church.
Yeah.
But it's locked down because of COVID. Grant's tomb is locked down because of COVID. What else was the crown at the Empire's? I'm sorry, the crown at the Statue of Liberty.
Take a breath. Yeah.
Is locked down still. So there were a lot of things we wanted to do, but really couldn't.
Sure.
So we just did a lot of driving around, kind of sightseeing that way. We did take a tour of Central Park, little rickshaw, like a electric powered bike rickshaw. The guy was awesome. It was a really neat tour.
I was thinking of getting those for the bike shop because people always think that there's a shuttle from here to the visitor center.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of offering like electric rickshaw shuttle services.
There you go.
But that's a tongue twister to say.
Yeah.
Try it.
Well, no. So get a sandwich board made
Try
out
it.
and just
Oh, there you go.
just point at people.
It might be easier to say in Spanish.
There you go.
Un gato grande en mis pantalones.
Yeah, like that, Eric. Eric, you're sitting over there. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm alive. How are you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing well. It's a little sweaty in here.
It is a little warm.
It's like November. It was a gorgeous day today.
Not as hot as it was yesterday
No. What was yesterday?
when we had Carolyn in here.
Oh, yes. She's very attractive.
Oh my God, it was insanely hot in here.
Oh, because we had the heater on.
Yeah,
Yes. But it was cold outside.
It was chilly. I wouldn't say it was cold.
Well, was it 75 degrees outside, Eric? Then it was cold. Okay. That's how that works.
Florida like your forebears.
No. My forebears?
Yeah, everybody from New Jersey moves to Florida.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why I don't want to go to Florida. I'll go anywhere
to
but
Florida
there.
or northeastern Pennsylvania.
We have a full house today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got people in. It's Remembrance Day weekend.
Yes.
This is the 4th of July of Gettysburg, as is the 4th of July. So it's the second 4th of July for Gettysburg. It's the end of the season. It's like the Memorial Day for teachers, as one person put it earlier today, or as I put it, the Labor Day for people on summer vacation. Either way, it's the end of the season. It is the bookend.
I'm so confused. I don't even know what month we're in now. I'm not sure.
It's fine.
It is. The point I'm trying to make is it's the end of the season officially. Like, sure, people are going to, be in town for Christmas and stuff like that. But as me and Six Questions were saying earlier today, nobody's coming to Gettysburg from, Ohio to see the Christmas tree.
Right.
You go to New York for that. You're right. You go to Rockefeller Center and you look at the tree.
No,
and
but
the
they
skating.
do come from like such far-flung places as
Thurmont.
Arnottsville and
Right. Right. Exactly.
Biggerville.
Fairfield.
So it is a little busier here, up until Christmas. But then after that, it's a ghost town. It's peace and it's quiet. And we get it back to ourselves and we get to recuperate and build up that scar tissue so we could deal with tourists again come April.
I'm gonna have to take your word for that because this is officially my first kind of like winter season here where we weren't locked down with the pandemic, right? So
Yes.
we bought the house in November of 2019, and then March everything just went. Psh. So like
Kaput.
we weren't even officially moved in.
Right. So you really
So this-
have
yeah,
not
No,
experienced.
this is the first like holiday season I'll be here.
Wow. Well, I mean, expect to not have to wait an hour and a half for a table.
That
Man,
works.
let me tell you, it is a very whelming time of year.
It's super whelming. Yes.
I've been whelmed every
Not
time.
under, not over, just
Yeah.
whelmed. Okay.
No.
Whelmed.
You're absolutely right, and you miss being so whelmed
I got you.
during the
Yeah.
summer. You know, like you
Yeah.
got man.
You
I
were
wish I was-
underwhelmed last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna step it up all the way to whelmed.
All right, good.
It might
I'm
be
gonna hold you
so.
to that.
It might be so whelming to her that she would be overwhelmed, whereas we would just be whelmed again.
Oh yeah, different.
Different stages of whelming.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know, but
I missed you guys.
yeah, we missed you
Oh
too.
my goodness.
Mike sat in for you, and he did a great
He
job,
knocked
didn't
it
he?
out of the park. Yeah. I didn't think I'd
And-
be welcome back, to be honest.
Oh
with you.
no! You're always welcome back.
Yeah, it was adequate. Let's be-
I did notice you're giving me the chair that's like
That's
keeps
breaking.
going. Yeah, it keeps going down on its own. Though I keep feeling.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
oh,
have
you
to
know.
put those on the wish list and
well,
get
if,
new ones.
if I'm
At
honest,
Christmas time,
they're
folks.
kind of both in the same condition.
really?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
noticed I've
no.
been, like,
I think I should get the ones that I have for everybody, but they're like $100 or something a piece.
I mean, what do you have patrons for?
For my bills and my meals.
As I said, that might be a loaded question.
Yeah.
If you don't want to see the guests like go out of camera view, please donate.
Right.
But
If you don't
they
want
might
to be
like,
looking
"Oh,
at a
sorry."
guest and see, like, yeah, just sitting there talking about something really serious, and then they're just like,
You really forget it. Yeah, I can still hear them.
for those of you not watching, that was a visual. We have a generous donation here from our buddy Bill Etzkorn, who's also in the studio here. Bill, give him a round of applause. Thank you very much. Where's Owen the Clapper today?
Nice.
Oh, nobody knows when to clap.
He probably has class.
Autographed by Stephen Lang, the author. It's called The Wheat Field. We're going to give this away to someone who wins a Dan Butterfield today, but you have to call in for a Dan Butterfield. Well, you have to call in. But if we get to the end of the show and nobody calls in with a Dan Butterfield, then we'll get desperate and go into the comments. But we'd love to hear from you. So please call in 717-420-1978. That is the phone number. Okay. So today we have a guest on the phone in a little bit. She is down in St. Louis, Missouri. And she does archival work and things like that. And she helps people who, like let's say, Mike, let's say you. Are you into your family history and all that stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so you're looking into your family history and you come across some, letters or something like that and everything, but they're frail and you want to read them, but you don't want to break them. And, what do?
I try not to break them, and I try not to read them.
See, that's what people say. But, you can probably digitize them and keep them preserved in some way or another digitally. And that's what she helps people do. So she's going to be on in the next segment to talk a little bit about that. If you are into that and you're in the audience and you want to call in and ask her a question or two, that's okay. But she does this for a living, and you can be anywhere and you can hire her to help you with this type of stuff. So we'll be talking to her later on. And then, of course, we have some listener emails, including some hate mail, which is great. Yeah, we love the hate mail. And I have to find a way so that my mother loses my email address because she keeps sending that hate mail in. Seriously, it's terrible. And then let's see here. Okay, that's it. And then of course the news and who knows what else? We'll be talking about. Could be anything. Aliens.
What's the pattern?
The pattern?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Well, we have an email about that. Did you see it?
No.
Oh. You talking for the news?
Yeah.
Someone sets me in my place, I believe.
All of us, not just you.
I don't remember seeing that.
What?
That email.
It's in the.
I haven't seen it. I just heard about it.
It's in the itinerary for the show here.
Oh, well, I don't look at those.
Oh, I thought you look at it while I'm. Oh, okay.
I didn't even get an itinerary, so.
Well, because you need to be surprised.
I thought we stopped using them, honestly. I thought we did it that one time and then we were done with it.
No, go look in the folder.
Like
There's
everything else.
Yeah. Go look in the folder. There's one for everyone that we've done. so far because I need them because I'll forget if I remember to look at them. That's the problem. All right, so let's just go around the room here real quick. Let's see. Who do we have? I see Colby. How you doing, Colby? I don't see anybody sitting in that chair over there because I'm not allowed to acknowledge her. But I see Bill. How you doing, Bill? Thank you for the book for our patron, the winner of the Dan Butterfield. Thank you. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Nice to see you. Of course, 6 Questions Lens is here as well. Hello. So we'll all here's what we'll do. We'll do the interview. And then after the interview, we will talk to everybody, see what's going on. I'll read some emails. We'll have a little fun. I hope to hear from you folks on the phone, 717-420-1978. We'll be right back.
Now would be a good time to get up and stretch. Blood clots are deadly. We'll be back.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going. But one way we haven't pushed too much yet is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. And that's a shame, because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or sip from your mug. So please, head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. You just might find the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop. Experience the magic of Christmas in Gettysburg. Stroll decorated streets on a festive walking food tour highlighting the sights, sounds, and unique tastes of this historic town. Enjoy stops at some of the best eateries, all while learning fascinating facts about early Christmas traditions. Admire the glittering lights, decorated storefronts, and our grand 30-foot Christmas tree in Lincoln Square, all adding to the ambiance of the most wonderful time of the year. Get started on Christmas shopping for your loved ones as we visit a few downtown stores that offer one-of-a-kind Christmas gifts. A perfect opportunity for any last-minute gift hunting you need to get done. Enjoy a private holiday tour through the Shriver House with dessert in the Shriver Saloon. This special tour will transport you back in time to Christmases of yesteryear. So make a new Christmas tradition with your family and friends. The Christmas Tastes and Traditions Food Tour promises to be delicious, delightful, and decidedly local. Go to SavorGettysburgFoodTours.com and book your tour today. That's SavorGettysburgFoodTours.com.
Think outside the bus and let family-owned Gettysburg Tours take you on a cycling journey across the picturesque and historic Gettysburg battlefield. There's no better way than by bicycle to gain a feel for the terrain of the battlefield. Slow enough to see it all, yet fast enough to do it all. Follow the route of Union troops entering the fray as you ride to the site of the first shots of this epic 3-day battle. Feel the drama as you put yourself in the position of a Confederate soldier just before he steps off to make Pickett's charge. Take a stand with the heroic Colonel Chamberlain on the slopes of Little Round Top, just before you view the fields of honor beneath you from its summit. All of our guides are officially licensed by the National Park Service. So don't get a sore neck trying to see out of your car, and saddle up with Gettysburg Tours for a 360-degree view of America's most important piece of real estate. Gettysburg Tours. Think outside the bus. Go to gettysburg.com or call 717-752-7752 to book a battlefield experience you will never forget.
Have you noticed our revamped website at addressinggettysburg.com? Well, that's the fine work of a man named Mike Stretch, and he also redid our logo for us. Both of them I originally designed, and both of them were originally horrible, but now they're nice, and that's all thanks to Mike. Mike has an awesome t-shirt company called Heritage Depot. There you'll find great designs based on Gettysburg and the Civil War with t-shirts and other types of merchandise. So go to heritage-depot.com and spruce up your Gettys Nerd wardrobe. That's heritage-depot.com. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used. And online, they have even more to choose from. And if the Civil War isn't your thing, that's not a problem. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books. It's astounding how many thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more they have in their store. And that's because, well, they have a warehouse too. And that's where they keep all the books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs. And if you prefer to stop by when you're in town, well, you could do that too. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com, stop by 42 York Street, or you can call them at 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
You're back with Cam's Idol.
That was years ago.
Here's Matt.
All right. We are back. And are we back with our guest, Emma? Emma, are you on the phone?
I am. I'm here.
Oh, hi, Emma. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. This is Emma Prince. She's an archival consultant based in St. Louis. Her company, Backlog, specializes in archival management and historical and genealogical research. That was a mouthful. And she previously served as Maryville University's archivist. As a certified archivist, she advises and consults for some of the oldest and most historically significant educational institutions west of the Mississippi on making archival materials accessible to their communities. And she works with families, with family clients to establish their digital archives. And that's what we're going to talk about today, right, Emma?
Yeah, absolutely. All
Okay.
about digital archives.
Digital archives. So what is that? We have a lot of listeners who, research their family history. They find stuff along the way. Sometimes it's an actual hard copy of a note or some kind of document or whatever. Other times they've already found it, digitized online. But what is it that you're talking about, and how do they do it without giving it all away,
Right. So I work with my clients, and usually it's after they've already compiled their family research, using Ancestry or FamilySearch.org. And, sometimes, photographs are held by several members of the family. So, you have your digital things like your digital family tree. And then, you might have photographs, your aunt might have photographs. It's all about putting it in one central place.
Right.
And there's a couple of different websites that I use for this. But the biggest thing is kind of tracking everything down and, kind of making sure you have a good digital copy, and then also recording who has the original.
And why do you want to record who has the original?
In case you ever have to rescan it, actually.
I'm sorry, say that again?
In case you have to rescan it
Gotcha.
in the future.
Okay. And then also, maybe if that person croaks, you know where to go and get it?
Exactly.
Yes. So what would you say the most important thing that people who research their family's history should do? Let me rephrase that. What's the first step? Somebody finds something. The very first step they should do with it. Like a letter, let's say.
Okay. I would make a copy. So if you find something online, like if you found something in a digital archive or I would save a copy to your computer. And so, like, if you found something on Ancestry or Family Search, I'd also save it to my computer as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about backing up.
Yeah, so you're talking about backing up, and these websites that you're talking about that people can use, are they all cloud-based? I mean, obviously it's all cloud-based, but is there another digital way that they can archive things besides just using the cloud or some website?
Yeah, so there's a digital archiving rule, and it's called the 3-2-1 rule. You make 3 copies of a file on 2 different kinds of media. So, like, one might be the cloud, and the other one might be a hard drive.
Mm.
And the one of the 3-2-1 rule is make sure one copy is in a different geographic location.
So if you have a house fire.
Yes, or a flood.
Or a flood, yeah. So maybe a safe deposit box, would that be a good idea?
That would be an extremely good idea.
Very good. Looks like I had one. Veronica might have a question for you here.
Hi, Emma. It's Veronica.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So when you talk about 2 different geographical locations, I mean, would something like the local historical society, if they have like the original that you're aware of, would that count as one? Or are you not trusting any third party and you just want to make sure that you have, access to 2 different geographical locations?
Good question.
Yeah, so when it comes to family digital archives, and when we're talking about your backup of that, I would just give it to a different family member.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully, both of your houses don't flood.
Right.
Right. So, can someone hire you to do this? I mean, obviously you have a business and stuff, but people, like anybody, can hire you. It's not just some institution that has to get a hold of you. It's any one of us could do it, right?
Yeah. I have several private clients. And when it comes to digital family archives, it's all about, I'm really the connector and making sure everything ends up in one space and then connecting metadata to it. So that's where I come in.
Okay. Now, break that down into English, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. So metadata is, data about something.
Yeah.
So let's say, you have, photos on Google or something, that will tell you, maybe where your phone took the photo. But for older photographs, it's not going to have that data. So it's all about recording it manually. So if I had an older photograph of my grandmother, I would be able on certain websites, not on most websites, is to put a description, a family story, the location, and then also record who's in the photograph. That's most important while we remember who was in the photograph.
Yeah, that is a good point because I noticed something when we look at my grandparents' old photo albums or something, we recognize them, but who are these other people that they're with? And nobody wrote on the back, or sometimes it's hard to even see on the back because it's one of those albums where it's glued on and you can't separate it from the glue without destroying something. So, yeah, that's a good point, is if you know who they are, you got to write them down because someone in the future is not going to know who that is.
Absolutely. I actually just did one digital archive for my family, which is one that I can share with people as an example. But we're getting together on a Zoom this weekend so we can go through the photographs and identify who's in them.
Okay.
So we kind of want to do this while older members of the family are still alive. Got
it. Mike, do you have a question? Mike always has questions. Do you have one for our guest there? No? Okay. Eric, how about you? You get into that stuff, don't you?
Yeah, and honestly, the only thing I'll add is, you really do need to do that while people are alive who know who these people are.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do that, and I have, stacks of old family photos.
And you don't know who they are?
No idea who it is. One dude is a cowboy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A real cowboy?
He's in chaps and everything. No idea who this dude is.
Sure it wasn't a Halloween party?
Yep, pretty sure.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's he might look like you, but you don't know who he is.
Right. Yeah.
Just the Swedish cowboy.
Emma, what's like? Name one or two of like the coolest things that someone has found that you were like, oh man, I wish I found that in my family's archives.
Oh man, I think everyone. This isn't super unique, but I think that whenever you connect to somebody who served in a war, people get really excited about that.
Yes, that is the cool thing to find. All right,
And
so go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Are you sure? All right. Your website is backlog-archivists, plural. I made that mistake when we were talking on the phone the other day. I thought it was just singular, but it was plural. Backlog/archivists.com. And give her a call if you're into doing this, or give her a call. Check her out on the website. If you're into doing this, engage her, employ her if you can, because she's very nice. I spoke with her for, I don't know, what was that, an hour or so the other day? Twice?
Yeah,
2
a
hours?
little over an hour.
Something like that. And it was a very nice conversation. She's very friendly, very helpful. She loves doing this, and it shows. So, Emma, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was good to talk to you guys.
You're welcome. It's good to have you, and good luck with everything, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Emma.
Thank you.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take another break, and then we will be back. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we've got this book here. Stephen Lang signed The Wheatfield, courtesy of Bill Etzkorn. You got to get a Dan Butterfield. So let's see if we can get that going soon. We'll be right back.
Have something to add to the conversation? Give us a call at 717-420-1978 and get in the queue.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going. But one way we haven't pushed too much yet is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. And that's a shame, because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or sip from your mug. So please, head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. You just might find the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop. Winter is coming. But that doesn't mean there's no reason for you to come to Gettysburg. In fact, there are more reasons for you to come to Gettysburg. Don't believe me? Well, how about not having to wait an hour and a half for a table at your favorite restaurant? How about not having to sit in traffic for a half an hour just to go 2 blocks in town? Are those not enough for you? Okay. How about seeing the battlefield with no leaves on the trees or corn that grows taller than a man to obscure your views? Now you'll actually be able to see the lay of the land. Ah, now I've got your interest. All right, what about this? Licensed battlefield guides that we have on the show have less hectic schedules, and they're able to take you on a tour that will enhance that better visibility. Just as I thought. Now you're with me. And now that you are, head over to addressinggettysburg.com/LBG or call 717-693-0182 for larger groups. That's addressinggettysburg.com/LBG or 717-693-0182. Experience the magic of Christmas in Gettysburg. Stroll decorated streets on a festive walking food tour highlighting the sights, sounds, and unique tastes of this historic town. Enjoy stops at some of the best eateries, all while learning fascinating facts about early Christmas traditions. Admire the glittering lights, decorated storefronts, and our grand 30-foot Christmas tree in Lincoln Square, all adding to the ambiance of the most wonderful time of the year. Get started on Christmas shopping for your loved ones as we visit a few downtown stores that offer one-of-a-kind Christmas gifts, a perfect opportunity for any last-minute gift hunting you need to get done. Enjoy a private holiday tour through the Shriver House with dessert in the Shriver Saloon. This special tour will transport you back in time to Christmases of yesteryear. So make a new Christmas tradition with your family and friends. The Christmas Tastes and Traditions Food Tour promises to be delicious, delightful, and decidedly local. Go to SavorGettysburgFoodTours.com and book your tour today. That's SavorGettysburgFoodTours.com. Well, the 2021 season is over, But that doesn't mean you can't get a jump on next season. In fact, Getty's Bike Tours will reward those who do so with a 15% discount. All you got to do is book a tour for 2 people or more between now and March 31st of 2022, and you'll receive 15% off your tour. So call 717-752-7752 and book today. Discount only applies to tours. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. Isn't it, Eric?
You're darn tootin', Matt.
It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used, and online they have even more books to choose from.
But Matthew, what if the Civil War is simply not my thing?
Not a problem, my fine four-fendered friend. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books.
It's astounding how they squeeze thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more into their store.
And it's also astounding how you and I both squeeze into our pants every day. Well, handsome, they have a warehouse too, and that's where they keep all those books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs.
What if I prefer to browse in the store and don't want to go online to get my book?
Great question, Doodlebug. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com, stop by 42 York Street, or call 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207. Audiobook narrator Mike Scott. When selecting your next audiobook, choose from some of the great titles narrated by audiobook narrator Mike Scott, like Bloody Autumn, the Shenandoah Valley Campaign of 1864. And if you're an author or publisher interested in having your written works produced as audiobooks, give Mike a shout at MikeScottVoice.com. Mike Scott, the voice of history. And Civil War Trails. It's the world's largest open-air museum, and they offer over 1,300 sites across 6 states. Drive the Gettysburg campaign turn by turn, paddle to Frederick Douglass's birthplace, or hike to remote earthworks and artillery positions. Visit civilwartrails.org to request a brochure and explore their interactive map. Follow Civil War Trails and create some history of your own.
Need a Corps badge or other insignia for your uniform? Then check out the Badge Maker. Here's what some of his satisfied customers had to say. Miranda said, "I ordered an identification disc from Joe and it's fantastic. He hand-stamped it exactly as I wanted. It has a great rough on-campaign feel to it and was reasonably priced to boot." Greg said, "My unit has purchased from him in the past. Quality badges and good service." And Jerry S. says, "The Badge Maker is the go-to place for accurate replica Civil War badges. Visit CivilWarCorpsBadges.com and attach a message with your order saying you heard about him on Addressing Gettysburg."
Gettysburg, a Nation Divided mobile app, is relaunching this summer. Gettysburg, a Nation Divided is an award-winning mixed reality mobile application using augmented reality technology. It transports users into the most crucial moments in the Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point of the Civil War. Users can listen and watch historic figures share their stories as lifelike animated avatars, traverse 360-degree image sequences of the battlefield. Its cinematic battle sequences are narrated by actor Scott Eastwood. The mobile app is available for free on iOS and Android. It's designed to be used anywhere, at home, at school, at the park, or at Gettysburg National Military Park. It uses GPS to help guide you through your journey to see the stories and events unfold at the exact location where they occurred. So go into your phone's app store and get it now for free. That's Gettysburg, a Nation Divided.
What's up, everybody? It's Pat McGuire, co-host of the History Things podcast. Co-host Matt Borders and I offer a fresh new podcast taking on some of the most famous as well as some of the most unheard of stories from U.S. and world history. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the History Things podcast. As always, thanks for listening. Now back to the show.
Was that a ghost? Nah, ghosts aren't real. You're back with Addressing Gettysburg today. Now here's Matt.
Yeah. All right, here I am. I'm back. So is Veronica. So is Eric. So is Six Questions Lens. Colby was just picking his nose and I caught him. And Bill Etzkorn is over there with his wife, Cindy, and some mystery guest in the corner who I'm not allowed to acknowledge. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can get a Dan Butterfield. If you have something good when you call in, and you'll get this Wheatfield book signed by Stephen Lang. Don't believe me? Well, let me show you. Look at it. There it is. Can you see that? There it is, folks. So that, again, is courtesy of our buddy Bill here, who often just comes in with something and says, here, give it away. And we like that because people like to get things. So thank you very much for that, Bill. So, yeah.
Can I put in a request?
Uh-huh.
I like chocolate.
And I
Doesn't even have to be fancy. Just milk chocolate's fine with me. Next time.
That's funny.
The Chick-fil-A's, forget it. We've given up on that. So.
Chick-fil-A. We're never getting that.
Yeah. Settle for chocolate.
Well, someday he might surprise us.
Is it because we don't pray at the beginning of these?
Should we? Yeah.
Is that it? Is that why we don't get the Lord's chicken?
No.
Yeah. Aren't you encouraged to give away freebies sometimes?
Yeah, but...
Well, we're poor.
I'm too lazy.
Well, not Veronica. She's a lawyer. But me and Eric are poor.
They would. One thing would require, I'd actually have to care about you people.
Oh,
God.
Zing!
Oh, Michael,
nice.
Motorcycle. Turn the key and watch him pee. Wow.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, well, you can take your happy ass back over to Chambersburg.
Oh, man. That hurt.
It
I mean,
did
that hurt deep.
I bruise easily. I don't know about
Yeah.
you boys, but that, I don't know if we'll be able to.
That was-
Mike, I accept chocolate.
You can,
Yeah.
you can temper it with the knowledge that it would be coming from a Chick-fil-A in that dumpster fire of a town.
True, but don't say fire and Chambersburg in the same sentence. They get a little twitchy.
Yes, they're still a little sensitive about that. Maybe Eric should say this.
Un gato grande en mis pantalones.
Yeah.
Big cat.
Or maybe I won't.
A big cat in your
there's
pants.
a big cat in my pants.
What is that about? So that's a new one that we have for the board there. We also have Eric's jolliest laugh yet. Okay. And
Still sounds mildly maniacal.
Yeah, well, they all are. And then his sexy growl.
Oh my! I've always been amazed that my parents let me live to physical maturity. That's fair. That is
That's
true.
another one
I'm
there.
still impressed that they allow me to live. I got into reenacting because I like the clothes.
All right, that's why he got into reenacting. And sometimes he's just sick of it, so he says.
Let's move on.
Okay. And
if I were my parents, I would have killed me. That's true.
But this one was a request from a listener on YouTube. He wrote this in the comments. He wants to hear this on the board, so here you go.
I am a very pretty man.
So there it is.
Also true. I cannot argue with that at all. I am a pretty looking dude. I really am. I probably would have drowned me in a bathtub. That's fair.
Wow.
Oh man, I forgot about Delilah. Woo! Oh yeah.
Eric was a big fan of Delilah.
I
Remember
forgot
her?
about Delilah between then and right now too. Yeah.
Somebody asked me. Driving from like New Jersey down to Virginia, sometimes I would take 81. Like I would go the long way because I just wanted to kind of just drive through and avoid tolls. Going to college. It's it's expensive. And the only thing that was on between here and there,
Delilah
in every market that you go through. And then there was this really weird religious guy.
When did you drive down? 1 o'clock in the fucking morning?
I would go late at night sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That makes sense.
Because I wanted to avoid traffic. I hate sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was a college kid. You have the energy at that time.
Can't afford the gas.
But there was another guy who I'm sure you've heard this guy. I think he was all over the place because I've heard other people that knew him. And he has this weird voice, but he's a very religious, like fire and brimstone kind of guy. And he had this weird voice like this. And so Jesus will come down on Judgment Day and smite the wicked. And it creeped me out driving in the dark. So I would listen to Delilah instead. And because I'd rather vomit from listening to Bonnie Raitt's I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't 100 times than listen to that guy screaming. I mean, like, he was just like, because it's pitch black. There's no, in the middle of Pennsylvania on the interstates, there are very few streetlights. Like, there's no lights.
Yeah.
Right, so it's dark, and it's all these spooky farms silhouetted by the moonlight and everything like that, and you hear this guy talking about Jesus smiting you from the Lord, sending you to hell.
Ghost of Henry Kissinger.
Is he dead yet?
Oh my God, he was like 90 years old when the Vietnam War was going on.
Is he's dead?
He's gotta be.
Oh my God, hang on.
Google him, Eric. Google him.
Here we go, Henry.
I think he's still alive.
No, I'm pretty sure that dude is dead.
90,
Holy
98
shit, he
years
is still
old.
alive.
98 years old.
Way to go, Hank. Way to go.
Well,
Way
I guess
to
it's
go.
not his ghost then.
Come on, man. I got hairy legs.
Wow.
So, here's the clapper. We've been clapping without you this whole time, Ellen. Nobody knows when to start. It's not that cold outside.
It's a little chilly.
It's not that
Oh
bad. Did
my
it get bad?
God. You'd never know you were from Pittsburgh.
Who's from Pittsburgh?
I'm a sissy.
Oh, you.
Oh, that's going on the border.
Isolate that.
Somebody asked me in the beginning of the show, you hear somebody saying, yoo-hoo. Excuse me. It's this. Yoo-hoo. Okay, and then there's also, yoo-hoo. Somebody asked me who that was. Does anybody have a guess who that is? Does it sound like anybody to you?
Yoo-hoo. It's not me. I can't
It's
hit
not
the high
you.
notes like that.
Is that Bo?
Is that my brother?
Wow.
You met my brother, for God's sake. He wept at my wedding.
He wept. He wept, yes.
I'm never going to let him live that down. Who is it?
How about this? Does this help you?
Why would you want to be a cheerleader, Steve Martin?
No. Nothing? Jiminy Glick. It's Jiminy Glick, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it?
It's Martin Short.
Yeah.
He's interviewing Steve Martin and finds out that Steve Martin was a cheerleader in high school. And so Steve Martin goes, "Yes, I was." And he interrupts him with
They just did a show together.
And then, a movie.
Only Murders in the Building.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're actually on tour right now. Yeah.
Well, they have a Netflix special that was pretty good, like a stage show with two of them.
Didn't see that.
Martin Short grew on me. I used to not be able to stand him, but then when he did Jiminy Glick, I was like, that's the greatest character I've ever seen in my life. I think it's the funniest freaking thing, and nobody knows it.
Yeah.
Nobody knows it, and nobody cares. But whatever. Everybody likes everything else Martin Short did. I hate it. I love Jiminy Glick.
Ed Grimley's hysterical.
What?
Ed Grimley.
See, I think that's stupid. Stupid dancing and everything. What was wrong with you people back then? Seriously, you thought that was funny, man?
10 years older. Yeah, you people back
Yeah, 10 years is enough at that point. You were a little kid watching, what was that? Not Mad. It was SCTV, right?
SCTV, yeah.
Yeah, and he's walking, and then he took that to Saturday Night Live. And all he would do is this stupid little thing, and everybody, it's like, what were you guys smoking back then?
Saturday Night Live now.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Are you aware of what was happening in the 70s?
I am. But it's amazing that people thought that was funny.
It was hysterical.
I mean, really, marijuana really does some wonderful things for people.
I was born in 72.
Okay, but so you were a child, but the adults that were driving that show, making it, that it was staying on the air, those people, what?
I thought you were implying that I smoked marijuana as a child.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
You are from Jersey.
I grew up in a good part of New Jersey.
The good part where 10-year-olds don't smoke marijuana. I mean, maybe back then, but now they all smoke marijuana.
Catholic school.
I asked my nephew, "What do you want for Christmas?" He said a bong. I go, "How do you know about that?" It's 10 years old.
It's horrible.
No, that's not true. He's a good boy.
How about asking Owen, does he know who Martin Short is?
Do you know who Martin Short is, Mo? No? Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, you know Steve Martin?
Your cans.
Steve, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Steve Martin.
Yeah.
But you don't know Martin Short.
Huh.
Do you know Dean Martin?
Being Three Amigos together.
Yeah, no shit.
Do you know Martin Lawrence?
Who's the other? Chevy Chase. He was
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Horrible. Chevy Chase. He had funnier movies than Martin Short did.
Do you also hate Bill Murray?
No, I love Bill Murray.
Okay.
How could you hate Bill Murray?
He's
the best.
People do.
Yeah. Who hates Bill? Communists hate Bill Murray.
Well.
So anyway, yeah, that to answer that person, I forget who that was that asked me, but that is Martin Short there, and Martin is wonderful as Jiminy Glick, but nothing else. Nothing else. All right.
Chancleta to the face.
So, what else? What else have we got to talk? Oh, I want to tell you guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you what you could expect on the show on Monday. Monday, we've got Charlie Fennell telling us about Biddle's Brigade. Ooh. And that episode, someone had, two people actually had asked questions on the same topic of the Harvest of Death photos. Veronica, you're familiar with these?
Kind of.
Okay. And it sparked a lively debate amongst us. And what do you think, Eric? Did we make Charlie change his mind? Because he thought it was somewhere else. He thought it was down by the Klingel farm.
I don't think we changed Charlie's mind.
Well, it sounded like it towards the end, though. He goes,
he's a guy.
You know, you actually, with your argument about the uniform, is what I think really set him over the edge. Because he goes, well, now you got me. Remember? You don't remember that?
Isn't there like a Civil War Monitor magazine article coming out?
That was I think what sparked it is that article that came out and people were like, oh, they found the new blah blah blah, and we're like, this is all bull. It's clickbait. They're trying to sell a book. That's what it is. What?
Right, but I thought the moral of that story is, I know it hasn't been released yet, but the author is trying to make the claim that it's on the first day's field, and I thought that's what you said you agreed with.
Well, yes. No. We don't disagree with that. Oh. But all I'm saying is Scott Hartwig already said it. And people are like, well, that's wrong. Well, he's coming along and so maybe he's confirming it. I don't know. I'm acting like there's a reason to be pissy, but I'm not really pissy. I don't give a shit. But the point is that we had a nice little debate about that, and that was fun to do. So that's Charlie Fennell Monday. And then on Patreon, we have Zach Fry. What do I have? Am I getting pensed?
Like pig.
Am I getting Mike
Well,
pensed?
no, these are just little
okay.
fruit
flies.
But yeah, you kind of look like Big
The
Pen.
fruit flies
they're
are
just kind of hovering. I'm just kind of watching them hovering.
Well, they're my buddies.
Yeah.
They're my buddies. I'm like that guy in the Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil who's got the flies all around him. You don't know? You never saw that movie? Oh boy. Okay, so who else?
Kevin Spacey
Zachary Fry. Yes, he was in it.
I don't think I saw the movie.
Okay. Well, it's a good movie. Zachary Fry is going to be on Patreon. He talks about his book, A Republic in the Ranks. Has anybody read it here? Anybody at all? Nobody's read it. Lance, you haven't
Mike
read it?
hasn't read it yet?
No, I have not.
Bollocks.
I have not, no.
Well, it's a good one.
Okay.
You should
I'll
read
look
it.
at it, yeah.
Get a hold of that. Zach Fry on Patreon, Charlie Fennell on the free feed. Also coming up next week on the free feed on Thanksgiving morn, we have Matt Borders. Yes, Matt Borders. There you go. Matt Borders. He's going to do the final of his holiday in the Civil War shows. And that ends that series. We did all the holidays, the big holidays that were at least around back then over the course of 2021, starting with Christmas last year. And now we're done. And we're going to move on to a new series with Matt in 2022. We just aren't exactly sure which it's going to be, but you will like that as well because you have no choice. You have to like it. And here's a little preview from the Thanksgiving episode. Matt Borders, a very special quote from him.
Oh, yeah.
There it was. Right. That's right. He gobbled.
I forgot about that. So now we have that one and dollar bills.
Yes. That's Matt Borders gobbling. And that is all I have for updates. You want to hear some listener emails?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I just read that hate mail.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Matt and the gang, I love the show. It has yet to get stale for me, but I was annoyed listening to you all. This isn't even the hate mail, by the way.
Oh, God.
This is actually...
These are our friends.
He likes this, yes.
To be fair to this guy, I get really annoyed listening to us, too.
But I was annoyed listening to you all argue over what the news covers. It's like you've never paid attention to a news show. What I'm talking about in particular is the quibbling over, quote, what's going on. Quibbling over what what's going on means. Not one of you decided to end the debate with a quick Google search. Had you done so,
oh, that's my bad.
Or had you done that, you would have seen that what's going on encompasses recent past, present, and near future. And I wouldn't have to grind my teeth while listening. I can't remember which one of you was saying that, but whoever it was right. Believe it or not, after reading this, I do still love listening to you guys. Keep it up. Dean from Akron, Ohio. Well, it's you. You could have fooled me, Dean, but you're welcome and thank you. And
Dean, I have failed you as a producer. That's my fault.
And to be honest, Dean, we have to fill content. So I mean,
right,
the debate
exactly.
fills content. So
that's a great point,
we're
Mike.
really just making this shit up, anyways.
We're winging this.
Exactly.
I've got bullet points here. Eric just looked at it for the first time now.
Yeah. And he's the producer.
And he's the producer. Veronica doesn't even get a copy because I want her to have fresh reactions. So we're totally winging that. I don't think people realize. Like,
I legitimately thought we weren't doing these after like the first one.
No, I do. I have them for everyone.
I had no idea.
I have to have them.
I had no
otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, here. Matt, it looks like there's a photograph hanging behind Veronica on the wooden flag. What is it? Colby, would you mind grabbing that panoramic photo there? Not the whole thing, goddammit. Just the... Yeah, there you go. Just that. Okay, you don't have to be gentle with it. I'd rather it be destroyed. It is old.
You're the one who hung it up there.
All right, so this is a photograph. You are correct. It is a photograph. And it is of my friends and I, one New Year's Eve. I want to say this was 1997. And
it looks like 1997.
Yeah.
This is where Emma would come into
Right.
Well, handy in terms of,
nobody wants to archive this. Is that in
Oh,
focus?
yeah, no, it's definitely in there.
And that man, or boy there with the hair, period, but that is long, playing the piano magnificently.
Is that what you're doing?
Is me, yes. And everybody's singing along. We're all singing. You can see my one friend is singing into his beer bottle.
Okay.
That's Jay. And then...
Look at the sideburns on that one.
Which one?
The fella in the gray and stripy sweater thing.
That's Pete singing into the
bottle.
bottle.
That's Jay. Oh, that's Pete singing in the bottle. I'm sorry. Yes. And then Jay is the one popping out of his shoulder. Well, it's hard for me to see. The two Jays are in the middle. Jay is the one growing out of Pete's shoulder, and then the other Jason is the one who is he's just got his arms folded and he's trying to harmonize with me there. So he's picking the note. But yeah, that was New Year's Eve. I'm sure that sounded awful because we were drunk as skunks and the piano was out of tune. So that's from Andre from Abington, Mass. I hope that answers. What, Ronnie? What?
I'm still going with rolling a joint.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't think of pianos.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh.
I agree, yes.
Well, there's another photo to go with that somewhere that shows the piano. So
There's a double LP in your lap.
Believe it or not, I never was into that stuff.
Yeah.
Before we get to hate mail, let's see who's in the queue here. Caller, you're on the air. Hello.
Is that Donnie? Sounds like Pittsburgh accent.
No, it's a 717 area code.
Sorry.
Yes. Go ahead. Who's this?
Hello, yeah. This is Harry.
Hi, Harry. How are you doing?
Pretty good, guys. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great, Harry. What can we do for you?
No, I am heading up there tomorrow to do for the dedication ceremony.
Okay.
Hey, Harry, don't you go... wait a minute. Don't you go ruining my news and what's coming up. No, don't go stealing my thunder. All right? So ixnay on the Remembrance Day and Dedication Day stuff, all right?
Hey, I'll try not to.
All right,
yeah, I have never gone to, and I was wondering what to expect.
What to expect at Remembrance Day? Are you a reenactor?
No, not Remembrance Day, for the dedication. For the dedication ceremony tomorrow.
Have you ever gone, Eric? I've never gone.
Okay.
Have you, Mike?
Michael,
Of
if
course.
you ruin my...
Hit him.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Mike, just give a little taste, and Veronica will fill him in on the rest during the news, okay? Because we don't want her to get upset.
Speakers, chairs, cold.
Speakers, chairs, and cold. So bring a jacket. Be prepared to listen and be prepared to sit. No, they're going to have some speakers. Veronica will tell you who later on, but we're going to have some speakers there. Unfortunately, this year, apparently the invitation for me to read the Gettysburg Address got lost somehow, and
Sent to
so
someone else.
yeah. A kind of talented guy is going to be doing that, and yeah, other things. People up there talking about. Okay, Veronica looks like she's
say it. You
okay.
can
Go
say it, 'cause
ahead,
I know
Veronica.
it's your buddy. It's
No,
fine.
go
No,
ahead.
you can say it.
It's a very cool ceremony. It really is. It's going to be cold, so definitely bundle up. You can bring your own chair if you want to, or you can sit in one of the ones that they provide for you. Just get prepared for about an hour-long ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
It's really an awesome thing to go see if you've never seen it before.
Bring some hand warmers for your pockets and some chapstick for your lips.
Okay.
Harry, where are you from?
Dallastown.
Dallastown, okay. Not
York County.
Yeah, not terribly far.
No.
No. So this is your first time coming to a dedication ceremony, but you've been to Gettysburg before.
Oh, several times.
Okay, good. Well, Saturday, we'll talk about this later too, but Saturday after the parade, are you going to be here the weekend or just for tomorrow?
Just for tomorrow. I got actually going to be a judge at a chili cook-off on Saturday, so I won't be able to make it.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Where's
How do you
our
get that
invitation?
gig?
Yeah.
What do I do? Yeah.
Hey, can you get them to invite us to be judges next year?
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
In addition to chocolate, I enjoy chili.
We like chocolate, chili, and Chick-fil-A. All CH words. And if anyone who can accommodate
And we're
would
getting
be,
stonewalled on the Chick-fil-A. So.
Yeah, he thinks we're joking, but we're dead serious. We like some Chick-fil-A. Hey, Harry, I don't know if I've seen anybody named Harry in any of the comments or anything like that. Are you a new listener?
I've started listening to you guys for like last 2 months.
Okay, good. So yeah, I would call that a new listener. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Yeah, I'm surprised you've been able to stomach us this long. So I'm glad. Although to be fair, we haven't done a show every week in the last 2 months, so he
That is
probably
true, yeah.
doesn't realize just how horrible we are. All right, Harry. Well, thank you very much for calling in. And you know what, Harry? I think, hold on a second, I think a friend of mine just popped in and he wants to say something to you. C. Thomas, have you something to say?
Dan, Butterfield.
Harry, I'm going to win this because guess what? There's not a lot of people calling in. So you're going to win this book here, The Wheat Field by Stephen Lang, signed courtesy of Bill Etzkorn, our dear buddy over there. So what I need you to do, Harry, is go into the messages, send us a private message with your mailing address, or if you have time tomorrow to stop by the studio, you can stop by and get it, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'll be there tomorrow, so I can always swing by, sometimes.
Okay.
Is the studio open tomorrow? Just I don't want to.
Well, I'll be here at some point. We are recording tomorrow later, but I'll be here around what time? What time is the thing? The dedication ceremony?
10:15.
10:15. So I'll be at the doctor.
10,
so
okay, yeah, it's all 10:30.
yeah. So come after that. I'll be here after that. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. What do we say, Harry?
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, there you go.
I'm sorry.
Very good, Harry. Very good.
Dan, Butterfield.
All right, Harry. I'll see you tomorrow then. Have a good day.
Thank you.
See you, Harry.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, that's our buddy Harry. Thank you, Harry. That was nice to have a new listener call in with all that stuff. Now it's time for Eric's favorite segment.
New listener, old listener.
I hate you.
you guys!
If you could see the look on my face, you would know that I hate you.
Blah, blah, blah.
Everything is wrong!
Hi, this is Bo Brinkman.
Shut up! Please! Stop ruining history!
It's time for Addressing Gettysburg's Hate Mail, where we share what some of the most feeble-minded people on the planet dare to say online.
Wow.
That was very precise.
Wow.
All right.
Huevos Grande's brother, Huevos Grande II, is really sticking it to them there. All right, this person here, and Veronica, this is partly a visual. You got to see how this person types and spells, okay?
Oh, that's awful.
So
Do you want me to read it? I can read it like that.
no, that's all right. I got it. All right, I'm sorry, but I try like T-L-I-K-E. So I think it was supposed to be to like, but he missed the space and the O. But I try to like you guys, but you really are assholes.
That's fair. That's a pretty good assessment.
Know me?
Oh, man. Okay.
So far, it's accurate.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Proceed.
I don't wish anything bad to happen to you,
Well, that's nice.
but I just want to say that you make a mockery, M-O-C-K-A-R-Y, of history, H-I-S-T-R-Y. Now, could that be a typo? Well, I don't know. Let's see if he says history again.
You make a mockery of the English language. Carry on.
And Gettysburg. So we make a mockery of history and Gettysburg itself.
Very good. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, very nice.
That's what you think, then you are a moron. You should be
Thanks for
ashamed. You should be ashamed, really. History, H-I-S-T-R-Y, is under attack every day in this county. I think it's supposed to be country. And making M-A-K-E-I-N-G jokes about it only gives those people ammunition. A-M-M-A-N-I-T-I-O-N.
Wow.
Ammunition. You really, you're, Y-O-U-R,
It's the wrong you're.
really talented, and your show, correct you're there, sounds great. Please stop trying to be cool and just give us history, Caleb. What? You're welcome. What?
What?
I don't understand any of that.
Mockery.
Mockery.
Ammunition.
You're making a mockery of history.
I don't understand.
You're going to give them ammunition.
Yeah, or what kind of for what?
Well,
History's under
I speak
attack. What are we?
It's Caleb Crawdad.
Let me try to translate this here. The county part just like really makes it fun.
Yes, that's my favorite county.
What county are you talking about, Caleb? We're in
County.
Adams.
Yeah. Yeah, they're attacking history in Adams County.
And ammunition. Can I buy a valve?
I'm trying to watch the show from Happy Hour somewhere.
What?
I think hopefully that's advice our buddy Ken Rich is giving this gentleman. Just try to watch the show from Happy Hour somewhere. Relax, I think is what I'm reading between the lines. Like, just be cool. That's the way I'm taking it, Ken. I don't know. You can correct me, but that's the way I'm taking it.
Everybody thinks this is full of water. It's not. That is absolutely vodka.
It's happy hour here.
And it comes from a plastic bottle, so you know it's good.
Chick-fil-A corporate is very protective of their taste profile.
I forgot. Those are the other ones that we added to the board there.
What is that?
We got some Lents.
Oh, well, there you... Okay.
Oh, no, we're not doing that one.
Now I'm so confused.
It's time for all that's going on in Gettysburg. Here's AG Today's lead anchor, Veronica Brzezinski, with news, traffic, weather, sidewalk conditions.
I haven't had him fix it yet.
I must have all possible information.
It's news first, okay?
All right.
Let's see if we can drive you completely
Otterbrand.
insane.
Hey, you know what, Veronica?
Hey, what, Matt?
Guess what next week is? Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And we're not going to be doing a show next week.
We're not.
Well, I'll be in New Jersey. So this is our Thanksgiving show, ladies and gentlemen.
Look
as
at me
well.
like I'm going to come in and do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just do it by yourself if you want to. Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Your news.
Our news. Okay. Well, keeping with my theme of trying to do keeping the good stuff to the end. I guess we should do a public service announcement.
All right.
So this is probably bad news, depending on how you choose to wear seatbelts or not. But the local police departments are teaming up for the National Click It or Ticket campaign. It officially started on Tuesday, but it's going to run through, I believe, the Thanksgiving holiday. They're going to try to enforce the Pennsylvania law that every person over the age of 18 must be buckled in regardless of seat position in the vehicle. So when you're out there driving, apparently make sure you click it or you're going to get a ticket. There's the public service.
Oh, look at them go.
There's the public service announcement.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut now and then.
That's true. That's true. But so honestly, like all joking aside, apparently the local townships here got a grant to actually like put more patrol people on the streets during this like segment. Yeah. So all joking aside, if you don't want to pay for an unnecessary fine, I guess make sure you wear your seatbelt around here.
My car constantly yells at me until I put a seatbelt on.
Yeah.
It's so freaking annoying. I can't disengage it.
Yeah.
So I put the goddamn thing on anyway. But I mean, even without it, I put them on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, there are
I'm old
studies.
now. I understand that you can get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so that actually made
if
the news.
If I were my parents, I would have killed me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Some other kind of sad news. So if you're familiar with downtown, we have the local GAR Hall, right? And it serves as like the headquarters for the historic Adams County, or historic Gettysburg, Adams County, and they host some other events, the Civil War Roundtable, etc. Well, sometime, ironically enough, between Veterans Day and the Friday following Veterans Day, there are some. Well, I should stop here. So the GAR Hall, if you all know what that is, it was the Grand Army of the Republic, right? They established local chapters of it to honor the veterans and the Union veterans, et cetera, et cetera. There happens to be a small cemetery located behind our building here on, I think it's Middle Street, right?
Yeah.
Am I right about that? Yeah. So of all the times this could happen, apparently somebody decided to vandalize the cemetery right around Veterans Day. So police are asking for help. If anybody has any tips whatsoever, there were at least 2 headstones. One was intentionally knocked over and broken. Another one looks like it was pulled out of the ground. And then there were 2 more that appear to have been attempted to be knocked over, but they're leaning. So Police Chief Glennie here in Gettysburg is asking for help. And if you know of anything, 717-334-8101. So a little bit of sad news because, especially given the irony that happened right around Veterans Day and there's desecration. It's just not good anytime, but bad extra right on Veterans Day. So, but starting to move our trajectory up towards good news.
Hooray!
Yeah. Friends of the show. It's always nice to see friends of our show make the local news. And Deb Novotny and Tim Smith made the news again at the end of October. They were involved with a ceremony marking 2 new plaques or headstones, really commemorating at different times, bodies being reinterred into the Evergreen Cemetery. Now, the one wasn't such a big deal, right? Back in 1927, St. James Lutheran and Trinity Reformed churches purchased plots with the intention of moving their deceased congregation members into Evergreen. But there was finally a dedication and kind of like a commemoration of that. The other one that's a little bit more interesting is if you all are familiar with the old, I guess technically it would be the new train station, the newer train station areas in Pittsburgh. Oh my God. Where are we? Gettysburg.
Not in Pittsburgh.
Not in Pittsburgh. In Gettysburg. So Gettysburg College in 1992 began construction work on what's called the Ice House Complex. Yeah. So it's actually over, was that Washington
Across
Street?
from the 7-Eleven on Washington Street.
Yeah, Washington Street.
Oh, yeah, that place.
So when they were doing excavation and work to build these buildings, there was an archaeologist that actually was able to identify 16 sets of human remains. So there was definitely a cemetery there at some point in time, and it was disturbed.
There was a church there too, I think.
Right. So until 1992, somehow those monuments and or headstones were, I guess, either broken up or somehow they just got overgrown or whatever. And it took Gettysburg College expanding to find the remains of those folks. And actually, in 1995, those people were reinterred in the Presbyterian lot, and Deb Novotny gave a speech about, or a little talk about that, and there was a benediction. Gettysburg College actually made a donation towards marking where those folks are now reinterred in the Evergreen Cemetery. So it's kind of sad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, to think that people just
there.
Right.
Brian Helton brings up a really good point in the comments.
Quit mocking history?
No, everything happened near the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
That's fair.
You know, Brian, that is a good point. God damn, because you know what?
Stuff happened.
All right, I gotta do this here because I noticed Harold Hahn said something that made me laugh. He says, "I have never listened because you're cool." So I was gonna give him one of these, and now Brian's got it. So we're getting two now. Two more Dan Butterfields. Don't worry, I have things to give away. So here we go. We've got one for Brian.
Dan Butterfield.
And one for whoever I just said.
Harold.
Harold, thank you.
Dan Butterfield.
So what I'm going to give away here is, now, look, we're limited on sizes here. We've only got a few of them, but they're courtesy of our buddy over at Heritage Depot, heritage-depot.com. These are T-shirts. I don't know what your size is. This one here is a 3X, but it's a nice one. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to give you a T-shirt. There's a bunch more here. We're not going to go through them all, but just send us a message about the T-shirt, and I'll give you the sizes and all that other stuff. So there you go. Thank you guys for those good comments. You should have called them in. Why didn't you call them in, folks? You're listening on your godforsaken phone, but all right. Okay, whatever. All right, so go ahead. Veronica, continue with the news.
So,
did somebody put the heat on, or is this our body heat that we're feeling?
This is our body heat, since there's like a dozen people in this tiny shed.
Good Lord in heaven. Can we crack a door or something like that? Is it too cold outside? Just to regulate it for a moment, Bill, if you don't mind. I don't want you to freeze a little bit. Yeah, but it's hotter in this corner here. Man, a Chevitz. Okay, go ahead.
So this is kind of breaking news, right? And it's I'm going to go shift back into some sad news, apparently. So over the last couple of days here, we had a few Amber Alerts put out. There was a gentleman that basically abducted two of his daughters. There's a big, long story that goes along with this. Unfortunately, starting back on Sunday, it's now Thursday evening, and apparently, right before we came on, there was some breaking news that ultimately it looks like there was like murder-suicide, and it looks like the gentleman who was being pursued by the police, the two daughters, and a female that was helping him. Last report I see is that all four of them they were found and they're all dead. There was one little report maybe about an hour ago that said one of the daughters was shot and possibly has not died, but the most recent report I've seen, and they're 6 and 7 years old. I mean, it was just
God, how do you do that to someone that's small?
Really bad. I mean, we were out of town, but we got caught up on the news when we got back from New York, and apparently this guy... like beat up on the mother and then like kidnapped the girls, and he was on the run. He ended up crashing one vehicle and then held another woman at gunpoint, stole a vehicle from her. The police were kind of like, they couldn't even put out an Amber Alert because you have to have a license plate to be able to do that, to tell people who to be on the lookout for, right? And because he kept switching these vehicles, they weren't able to really even ask for help until Tuesday. And then Tuesday came around, and then there was another vehicle involved. That vehicle was crashed, and then this other woman from Baltimore, who he was friends with, apparently gave another vehicle. There was a Lexus involved, and then even as of yesterday,
he killed her too.
I don't know if he killed her, or if she killed herself.
Yeah.
She apparently they were both Baltimore County police officers. He was, I guess, fired in August. She was just suspended when this all came to light on Tuesday. But it looks, the most recent report is that after all that, all four people involved were found dead. So
that's sad. And they're locals?
So the abduction happened from York County, right next door.
Yeah.
Well,
that sucks.
I'm hoping, keeping my
Thanks
fingers
for bringing
crossed,
us up on that one there.
that perhaps one of the little girls made it.
Survives,
I'm hoping that one particular report was wrong, but it's just...
And, of course, you hope she does. But then on the other hand, do you think, like, would you want, if you were in her shoes, would you want to and have to grow up
6 or 7, Matt?
But I'm
would
saying,
think, yeah.
like the rest of her life.
Right?
Okay, well, we know better.
Yeah.
We know that the rest of her life, that's going to affect her in a big way.
Oh, I don't know. I think the survival instinct is pretty strong within most people.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying the survival instinct is. I'm saying mentally, she's going to have a really hard time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I would not want to survive that, is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Because
Anyway,
that's a tough life. I'm not saying she should die. Do you understand?
No, I understand
I'm
what you're
saying
saying.
it's a tough life. Like it's either way. It's a tragedy.
It is a very big tragedy. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are out there looking, and you know.
No, I was making a joke.
Yeah. All right, let me switch gears because that's out of our. So I'm going to try to switch over to some
psychology. Doesn't make sense in this group here. Okay, go ahead.
A little bit local news. So the Red Kettle Salvation Army Drive this year, and as in most years, they are actually teaming up with SCAP, which is South Central Community Action Program,
like,
something like that. Basically, like free meals and some support for underprivileged and I don't want to say underprivileged. I guess that's the wrong word. People that are in need. Let's just leave it that way.
Right,
So anyway,
okay.
long story short is they are teaming up with the Giving Spree, Red Kettle Campaign, and the Gettysburg College to provide meals for anybody that needs them on Thanksgiving. So SCAP through Salvation Army is going to give away the actual turkeys, and then the Gettysburg College is going to provide all the rest of the ingredients for full Thanksgiving dinners so that everybody that wants to have one in our area can have a traditional Thanksgiving meal. So it's nice to see there's a picture of, a representative from Gettysburg College, the SCAP manager, some other people there already collecting donations and things like that. And that's always nice to see, right?
Yes.
We seem to have a very generous community here,
And people donate. Yeah. That's nice.
So take care of each other, really. I mean,
Well, it's a small town. That's what we do in small towns.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like the big city where you come from.
Right.
Right? That's why you left. That's why you left the big city.
The New York glow is what I thought was coming back.
Grime. The New York grime.
Yeah. So ending the news on a happy note.
Okay,
hopefully.
good.
So.
It is Thanksgiving next week, and so I thought it would be great if we all go around the room and tell what we're thankful for. And let's start by the door there. Cindy, oh, no, come on, don't pull this crap, Cindy. Just yell it across the room. What are you thankful for? You were pointing at Bill and shaking your head. No. So not Bill is what you're saying. Okay, gotcha. Other than that, what are you thankful for? Go.
Family and friends.
That's too lame. Give me something specific.
For my health.
For your health. You're thankful for your health. Bill.
You.
Exactly.
Clap for yourself.
No, seriously, Bill. What do you think?
Friends.
For what? Family and friends?
Family and friends.
Okay. Well, we'll have to have a talk later. Okay. Mystery person in the corner, would you like to shout something out?
For everybody here at Gettysburg, for the kind of adopting us, really, making us feel at home.
For adopting you and whoever the us is. We don't know because that might identify you. Isn't that right, Kathy? Okay. So, Colby Sumner, you recently moved here. What are you thankful for this year?
I'm thankful for John Wayne.
John Wayne.
Yeah.
There you go.
John Wayne. I'm thankful to be here in Gettysburg, man, and I'm thankful that I have a cool enough wife that was willing to make the move with me.
Yeah, your wife is cool.
Good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff.
We should all be so lucky. Mike Lenz, how about you?
Well, two things. I'm thankful to be alive.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking overachiever all the time, isn't
it? So I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to be alive.
6 questions and 2 things to be thankful for.
Exactly.
But you know what? Thankful to be alive is good for you because there's so many times you've cheated death this year. So yeah,
it's been kind of.
I'm thankful you're alive too.
I was noticing in the little comments here, one of the guests here said, "Hey, I'd like to run into you guys this weekend." I'm like, "Oh please, God, no, don't run into me."
He doesn't mean it that way. He just means see you unexpectedly.
And then, of course, my other thing is I'm thankful for just about everybody in this room and thankful for this podcast.
Oh.
It's been a great community to be a part of,
Yeah.
to get adopted into, and so this has been a great year. So
Well,
I'm
we
very
do
thankful for that.
like you, Mike. So yeah, that helps. It helps that you're a likable guy, you know? Yeah. No, really. No, you are. I mean it. Okay, Mike. Stop. Mike, we love you, Michael. God. How about you in the corner there, Owen? Owen the Clapper? What are you thankful for? God, you're
National parks.
Fair enough. Oh
What?
my God, Mike, you're gonna die.
Did he
Stop
almost
it.
fall?
Yeah.
See, he's thankful he's alive, but he almost killed himself just now on our stool.
You're in the line of fire. Yeah.
Oh, a hot mess would have happened.
What? Okay, Owen is thankful for national parks. I don't blame you, Owen. They're great, aren't they? No, seriously. You have nothing in your life that you're thankful for besides national parks.
No, just the continued health of my grandmother.
Okay, there. That's
very nice.
Eric, what about you?
I'm thankful for Philip Morris USA.
Yeah, cigarettes. He
remain
loves
in
his
business.
cigarettes.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, yes.
Also
Okay. Don Juan Valdez.
Huge fan of my wife. She's pretty awesome.
Katie. Very nice. And Katie, when you get mad, when you make her mad, she says "chancleta to the face." Right?
She doesn't say anything.
She just throws
happens.
it.
Yeah.
Well, in her head, that's what she
Yeah,
hears.
fair enough.
Anything else?
Oh no, we're good here.
Your children, you want to throw those in there?
Nah, carry on.
Well, I like your children, so I'm thankful for your children. You have wonderful children. Veronica, how about you?
So I think you have me on board to be the sappy one, and I don't want to fail. here, so.
No. You be whatever you want to be.
So actually, this thank you. This actually, it's ironic that you're asking because literally just yesterday driving home from New York, we kind of found our way through little, kind of a rundown area of New Jersey. I know that's hard to believe.
What?
Right? I know. We went over to Liberty Park and it.
Oh, that area, yeah.
It was a little tough. It looked a little tough, and it really impressed upon me how fortunate I am in life. You know, just to even have, I still have
a law degree.
No, I still have my mom. My best friend is living, and the fact that I have the opportunities that I've had to be where I am, whether it's education or. Literally, like, you want me to get super sappy? I have clients that don't even have food and educational options, right? Like, don't have parents and things like that are supportive or whatever else. So, I am extremely thankful for having been born when I was born, where I was born, and the family I was born into. Things that are all out of everyone's control. I'm just generically very thankful for all of those things.
For the life that you have, and that's very nice.
Right.
Well, I'm thankful also for the life that I have because I almost didn't have it 4 years ago. I decided, I don't want to be here anymore. And I didn't do anything, but I knew I was planning on it. And so I sought help, and I'm thankful I did that. And along the way, in the last 3 years, my life did a total turn for the better. And I met some great people, and Eric. And
that's fair.
No, Eric being up there at the top of the list, of course.
It's just because I'm here with a knife.
That's also fair. No, but really, he has been tremendous help to me in the last 2 years. And has it been 2 years, Eric? Yeah, it has. It has been 2 years.
Not quite, but close.
It will be in March.
Yeah.
And the listeners have been incredibly supportive. I mean, we've got two of them right here. Bill, who, look at this guy. The money that he has thrown at us. And speaking of which, this guy, 6 questions lengths on the wish list last year, he would say, I've spent too much money, so I won't be getting anything off the wish list anymore. And I'd say, Mike, I get 6 things from you every day, 6 questions, 6 things off the wish list. Please, just you've done enough. And then a week later, he goes, I just ordered this off the wish list for you. And you guys, I think you guys are the 2 that got the most things off the wish list for us, if I'm not mistaken. And I thank you very much for it all. And we really couldn't have done half of this without you and all the other people who got things off the wish list. And so go ahead, clap for yourselves, of course. and Colby, a new friend who was just a listener, and he asked for some advice, and I said, you should just move out here, and here he is. It's a little longer story than that, and it's not because of me that he's moved out here, but it's cool that he did it and everything. But really, the patrons especially have enabled me to do this for my living, and that's... My dream was to be a big, huge rock star when I was a teenager. And then I lost my hair. And so I said, well, that's not going to happen now. And I still had a dream to communicate with the masses. And I just wish I knew 10 years ago that I should have done it about Gettysburg, because it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. And as I say this, I announce that I will be quitting come December 1st. So, thank you. It's been a wonderful ride, but it is over.
Right on. Let's shut the lights off.
Eric is very happy to hear that.
Nothing is sacred with you people. I'm like, this was going so nice.
Who
and
was
then you have to, like...
Who was joking? I'm done. I've lost more hair. No, I'm not done. I love doing this, and I appreciate you all for doing everything that you do. It's wonderful.
It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
No, I don't think so,
It
dude.
is, John.
I don't think so. Okay. Let me turn this music off now, because I think we're done being sappy, right? Nobody wants... Eric, you want to say something sappy now? Now that you have a chance to think about it?
Nah, I'm cool.
Really?
This is all wrong.
You have
said
met
Katie.
me. I mean, I'm
I know.
not...
I thought maybe we
not
could
a
have...
super sappy, emotional person.
I thought maybe we could have brought it out of you.
No.
All right. You don't want to do it? That's fine. All right. Well, then what I'm going to do then is say goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, we're going to go. Veronica's got to go to a Civil War roundtable. I promised I'd get her out of here by 6:30.
You are the best. Let's
So
do
we're almost there.
2 minutes. So we didn't talk about this weekend's... we only talked about the news.
Remembrance Day's happening.
Yeah,
Goodbye, guys.
right?
Oh, my God.
Well, listen,
Hold
we
on,
told
you're
Harry. We
absolutely
told
right.
Harry. We were going to tell him what to do
No.
and
So
expect
we
tomorrow.
forgot Remembrance Day?
Oh, my God. Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Took too long with the news.
Jesus.
This weekend, where the action is.
Veronica, I am so sorry.
No, I'm not. No.
I'm sorry. That was
We're
my
skipping
fault.
blue and going
I don't-
straight to red.
yeah.
You better hurry it up.
I don't think it's a big secret. So
Okay.
tomorrow is Dedication Day, right?
Yeah.
Dedication of the Soldiers National Cemetery. The Lincoln Fellowship, in conjunction with the National Park Service, every year puts on a ceremony that Mike was alluding to already, that you were alluding to. So tomorrow's headline speaker is Dr. Gary Gallagher. He will start the program. There's also included in that is our buddy Stephen Lang, who will be reading the Gettysburg Address. They rededicate the cemetery every year. They're going to do that, and as well I want to make sure I get it right. It's the actual United States Citizenship and Immigration Service holds a naturalization ceremony every year as part of that
that's right, yeah.
rededication. So I'm
That's
sure
very
that's
cool.
pretty powerful. Yeah. So it's pretty neat. I will just do this real quick little shout out there. The Lincoln Fellowship, they're what they strive to do is preserve Lincoln's memory in terms of the annual commemoration of the Gettysburg Address every November 19th, maintenance of the return visit statue, what we call the Perry Como statue on the square,
Perry
right?
Como.
They are the ones that maintain that, and actually they're in the middle of a big fund right now to have that refurbished a little bit.
Oh, what's wrong with Perry?
It just needs some work.
Too many kisses on the cheek.
Yeah, it needs cleaned and a little bit refurbished, but they're actually going to remove it from the square, have it done like.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
it's a pretty
honestly, his
big-
Cosby sweater's getting kind of gross.
It's a little
It
funky.
is.
They
is.
also sponsor the 100 Nights of Taps and everything. So if you're interested in becoming a member of the Lincoln Fellowship, I would definitely encourage you to do that. LincolnFellowship.org. So that's tomorrow. I will also real quick point out that the David Wills House is open tomorrow and Saturday from 1 to 5. It's free admission. It's going to be the last time this year that it'll be open. So if you have an opportunity, that is of course where Lincoln spent the night before the Gettysburg Address. And then 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the Fortenberg, easy for you to say, Fortenberg lecture at the Majestic
Fortenbaugh.
Theater. Fortenbaugh, that's what I said.
You said Fortenberg.
All right, I did.
Yeah, you said
Fortenbaugh
Berg.
lecture.
You said Berg.
Yeah,
We don't
I know,
spell
I know.
our
It's
Berg with
actually-
an H out here.
Right. It's the annual lecture, and this year's presenter is Louis P. Mazer from Rutgers University, talking about Lincoln's impact on Reconstruction. And then, of course, Saturday, the big deal is the Remembrance Day Parade, 1 o'clock kickoff. Oh, I didn't mention the ceremony. I'm sorry, the ceremony at the rededication is 10:15 for the wreath laying, and then Gary Gallagher is supposed to start around 10:30.
Oh, so they're doing the wreath laying.
Wreath laying for the dedication, not the other thing we're talking about. That has nothing to do with it.
Got it.
Remembrance Day Parade, 1 o'clock start, and then the illumination at the cemetery where all 3,512 Civil War soldiers' graves, hopefully weather permitting, will be illuminated with luminaires from 5:30 to 9, as well as people reading off the names of the fallen. So, yeah. And then Sunday, real quick, there is a hike. I know there are tickets still available. Our buddies Tim and Gary are going to be doing an all-day revamped hike across Gettysburg.
Their annual
miler?
It's like 8. I think they said 8 miles. So 9 o'clock to 4:30. If you're a member of the Adams County Historical Society, $25. If you're not, $40. You can still get a ticket at Adams County Historical Society website.
Wow, that's pretty good.
You
know what else is going on tomorrow? We are re-releasing with some slight tweakage the Gettysburg Address done by Patrick Gorman that we did last year. We did that. I forgot to ask someone else to do it this year, so I just re-edited the stuff underneath him this year with a little help from Colby, by the way. And also, what was the other thing? Oh, after the parade tomorrow.
Saturday.
Sorry. I keep thinking today's Friday because we're doing a Friday show. After the parade Saturday, we're going to meet at the Farnsworth House. Bill will be there. Everybody will probably be there. Well, we hope to see you there. It's they got an outdoor patio that's heated, and they also have fire pit type thing. Actually, they got 2 chimeneas now, and it's going to be fun. So come on out and see us. Come on out and see everything. It's the last time where the weather will be not below 0 for several months. So come on out. See you next time.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Singing with a spirit that will start the world along.
Broderman.
Singing 50,000 strong while we were marching to Georgia.
I said, shoot. Oh, shit. The flag that makes you free. So we sang the chorus from Atlanta to the sea. Oh, they got out of hand.
If I were my parents, I would have killed them. I am a very pretty man.
There were many Union men who wept with joyful tears when they saw the honor that they had not seen for years.
I want the damn internet.
Breaking forth in cheers while we were marching through Georgia. Hurrah, hurrah, we bring the Jubilee. Hurrah, hurrah, the flag that makes you free. So we sang the chorus from Atlanta to the sea while we were marching through Georgia.
I told you there is no time for that. Yes, sir. And he said nothing. He just stood there.
So we sang the chorus from Atlanta to the sea while we were marching through Georgia. While we were marching through Georgia. While we were marching.
It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not a chicken.